if you were in Newcastle this weekend, you will have heard plenty of this.
Come on, Newcastle!
There you go. The sounds from the route of the Newcastle United parade, celebrating their League Cup win, the Carabao Cup win. Those following the parade on Saturday then joined 150,000 others who were already gathered on the city's town moor to celebrate with the Magpies. I've had people getting in touch this morning about the boost we've seen to Nottingham. Somebody said Macclesfield FC, champions with 5 games left. Let us know, what does that mean for Macclesfield? Do events like this have an impact on a city's economy? We've got Stephen Patterson with us, Chief Executive of NE1, which is the company behind Newcastle's Business Improvement District. Stephen, good morning to you. How's the head?
Good morning. It's a lot better now, thank you.
Good. You've had a little bit of time to recover. What's it been like the last few days?
Well, what a historic day. It's hard not to get a bit emotional hearing the sounds of the city from Saturday, but it's the city was absolutely full of people. It was the busiest we've seen it, well, certainly in my lifetime.
Really?
Full hotels. I think we had about 150,000 people on the parade, and as you say, 150 more up at Townmoor for the celebrations. Just an absolutely fantastic day for the city and the region.
And what does it mean for the city and the region for Newcastle United to win a trophy for the first time in so long?
Well, it's been a long time coming, and I suppose tangibly there's the immediate economic boost. We estimate it will have added around about 6 to 10 million in terms of economic impact on the day. But beyond that, it's really about profile and it's about pride. It's about Newcastle, the brand being seen nationally and internationally. And I suppose really just being able to show that we can put on events of this scale in a city so wonderfully small as Newcastle.
And have you seen over sort of your lifetime the trials and tribulations of the football team play out in the city centre, the busyness, the high streets? So I was just thinking, as you were describing that, I remember growing up with Newcastle United under Kevin Keegan, being like near the top of the table, exciting team, real brand about it. And then maybe for a while we haven't talked about Newcastle so much. Does that actually play out on the high streets, on the businesses that set up?
It does. We're a one-club city, and when things are going right on the pitch for the team, they tend to be going right economically for the city as well. It definitely adds a vibrancy to the city and optimism when the football club are doing good. And that very much translates, perhaps more pronounced, into food and beverage, hospitality. You'll probably see around about 15% uplift in the city centre as a result of the team doing well on the pitch at St James's Park.
And for people not familiar with St James's Park, Stephen, in Newcastle, the image a lot of people have of Premier League football grounds these days might be something that is, quite a new plot even, where a whole stadium, modern, looking stadium is taking over what might have been a previously derelict area or somewhere that's been flattened. That's not the case in Newcastle, is it? The one time I've had the pleasure of going to St James's Park, you're walking around the town centre, you're going past the shops on the high street, the coffee chains, and you sort of take a turn and at the top of a narrow street, all of a sudden, towering above you is a massive stadium. It really is the heart of the city centre, isn't it?
It is. And when you come in by train on the East Coast Main Line, St James's Park sits atop the city, like the crown on a king's head type of thing. We're a small city. You can walk across the city centre in about 15 minutes. But what that means is all of your hotels, your bars, your restaurants, your shops are all within a stone's throw of the city centre. So when the match finishes, we don't lose those people. They tend to stay in the city. And certainly, people will come in and make a day of it. They'll come in, do a bit of shopping, then go to the match, and then go for a meal afterwards, that type of thing. So we're very fortunate to have St James's Park right here in the heart of the city.
Well, Stephen, really interesting to hear that played out over the weekend, and good luck to the businesses of Newcastle City Centre to see how they can, try and capitalise on that. People trying out some bars maybe for the first time over the course of the weekend. Will you be going back? Really interesting stuff there from Stephen Patterson, who heads up NE1, Chief Executive there, the Newcastle Business Improvement District.